Northeast, and it's right here along this region. Now we've been seeing cloudiness and even a few areas of showers out there today in the mid-Atlantic states, kind of keeping it a little on the damp side. A lot of you that had plans at the beach, like in Virginia Beach, it wasn't that nice of a day today. Even farther north and around Philadelphia and New Jersey, the same thing. Our front kind of bowing back towards the north. Why? Well, we had an upper level disturbance move eastward, circulation going on here too, where winds are out of the northeast. Very nice today. Low humidity in Atlanta, Birmingham also nice, 79 degrees. Farther south into Florida though, notice the 70s here, mainly because of that cloud cover and because of the rainfall here. A few lightning strikes. Nothing major here. A few isolated thunderstorms developing this afternoon, but mainly just some heavy rain. And we've had some heavy rainfall here in Florida, but in some cases we do need the rainfall, so we're not going to complain too much. But hopefully you weren't out the lake, like Lake of...
Hey.
That's a tough one.
Yeah. If you're making your way home after a weekend getaway, we'll tell you what to expect on the roadways.
Details are next on TravelWise.
You see it every day.
On the east coast, we'll be tracking off towards the northeast. We may see maybe around Cape Cod, maybe some rain, and the winds for sure will be blowing, especially along the coastal areas. And that's it. We have two fronts we are watching. This one will be the stronger front, bringing the big weather makers tonight and tomorrow morning. One front slicing through the Ohio Valley and into the central plains, or southern plains. Then we have another front coming into the northern plains. Now this one is going to be the pretty strong one. It's going to bring some snow, and it's also going to bring some very gusty winds behind it. Okay? With that said, let's take a look at the forecast. Rainy travel tonight, kind of very scattered in nature here across the country. Extreme coastal areas with our storm system tracking off towards the northeast along the coastal areas. We should be on the lookout for a few showers, and that's really about it. Farther to the west, later on tonight into tomorrow morning, the front range, we'll be looking at a few showers. Same thing here in the upper UP of Michigan and lower peninsula of Michigan, that we'll see the chance of... Now, we have a front that's coming through, right through here. And we are seeing some light rain with it, and actually seeing some snow in Ontario and Manitoba with some of this. So we actually may see some flurries tonight in the Dakotas and in Minnesota. So here's the front again. Again, it's already cleared Wisconsin, very close to Chicago. So those of you who were morning probably had a good run for the marathon. We are seeing the showers now, very light in nature, coming through Saginaw. Eventually Detroit might see a sprinkle, and Alpena and Traverse City, even a few scattered showers around Marquette. Again, the key word here is very light. The biggest threat with this front is going to be the wind and maybe some cooler weather coming with it. Already in the 30s, International Falls, Minneapolis in the 40s, and we are, well, we are very different than yesterday, that's for sure. Temperature is 14 degrees different this time than it was yesterday in Minneapolis, and 23 up in International Falls. So we're going to bring that cooler air in tonight. We have frost advisories out for folks in Omaha and Grand Island, even in parts. After you had highs in the 50s, 66 in Chicagoland, 70 in St. Louis, 62 in Kansas City. Very nice across the south. 84 in Dallas, 90 in Phoenix, and a little bit cooler here for sure along the coastal areas with that onshore flow. So we're about average, but below average behind our front, and a little bit maybe above average here in Texas. All right, your forecast, we are looking Monday morning. We are looking at the rain coming in, maybe a few scattered showers, and that's really about it. Monday morning, another cold blast and some snow coming in, and we are in 30s for some areas, and your highs, not too bad. Well, it's time for our nightly El Nino focus segment. We look at the first examination of what we now call El Nino and the important work of British scientists around the turn of the century. So wind chills will be probably around 0, if not below 0. So it'll be a windy and cold night. And the New Year's Eve celebration here in Chicago, Illinois, it'll be windy and it'll be a cold weekend for most of us. And of course, we'll be dealing with our snowstorm along the East Coast. This could be a significant snowstorm where it's going to shut down a lot of traveling. Proving conditions out there tonight. Now we have lake effect snow, forgot to mention that one. And we have the winds out of the west-northwest here, and that's a good trajectory here for northern parts of Syracuse or north of Syracuse. We're expecting a lot of snow out of this one. Now, we are expecting more lake effect snow across the northeast as well and around the Great Lakes here. Tomorrow night, expect a little bit of snow here into Minnesota as well as Pierre and Bismarck. It should be light. We're not expecting a lot, but you'll see a few. That takes care of them. Let's show you what it looks like here for tomorrow. It doesn't look good here into the south. I mean, look at this. Ice expected again throughout the day tomorrow. We have no water for most folks in McAllister. Avoid this area if you are traveling. I know it's the holidays. I know a lot of folks are traveling this week, but it's not good. You know, we've had a lot of reports of power outages, trees down across Arkansas. It's bad out here tonight. Now, you get into Louisiana, and it's not as bad. It's just rain. And that'll be the case throughout the day. Now in Atlanta, we think the chance of rain comes in, maybe Wednesday, seeing a little bit of rain. On Thursday, possibly, but at least during the day on Thursday, it looks like it'll be okay in Atlanta. But ice here, looks like, well, you know what? Looks like here in Little Rock, it's going to change over to snow on Thursday. So you have all that ice, and then we have snow on top of that. What's happening is, as the low moves off to the east, we're allowing the colder air to come in, not just at the surface, but right above the surface into the Another nasty day here in San Francisco, Seattle, and Portland, and more mountain snow expected here. Now, we're starting to get the return flow into West Texas. Thunderstorms will be popping up late in the day, especially in the higher terrain. While in the southeast, with that upper level low, the chance for more showers and thunderstorms here. Cooler, though, in Atlanta in the 50s, while we start to see a little warming trend here in the northeast with the 30s and the 40s. Well, good afternoon. Thanks for joining us here at the Weather Channel. Remnants of Monday's stormy weather in Florida move up the East Coast, while today's severe weather potential lingers across the central states. Good afternoon. I'm Kim Perez.
Hi, Kim. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Lisa Noza. The overall weather picture looks much quieter this afternoon. We're glad about that.
Absolutely.
We still have some incredibly warm temperatures out west and a little bit winter still left across the Great Lake tier, but still we are again temperatures tonight with that northwesterly flow coming in across the Great Lakes. That'll be pulling down that colder air from the Canadian area, so watch out. We'll also be, see this right in here? We're looking at another piece of energy push into the Ohio Valley today. So we'll be watching out Kentucky, Ohio. You could possibly see some thunderstorms this afternoon. We're beginning to get into that south. You can't enjoy the, hey, that's the west map, so it must be time to check in with Kim. Kim?
Thanks a lot, Lisa. Actually, in the west, it has been a sizzler the last several days. Let's talk about why. I'll show you a satellite picture, and we can pick out a couple of features. Let's see if we... Thanks a lot, Lisa. Actually, in the west, it has been a sizzler the last several days. Let's talk about why. I'll show you a satellite picture, and we can pick out a couple of features. Let's see if we leave much in the way as far as cloud cover here. And again, it's going to be another hot one, maybe another record high. Klamath Falls, a record high yesterday, 87 degrees of average in that area. Highs ranging from the 70s to close to 100 degrees, with even a record high at Klamath Falls, 87. Currently, we're on our way to another scorcher, 66 in Portland right now, 87 in Phoenix. You may hit that triple digit today. Here's the current map. High pressure in place here. A cold front coming down for the rest of the afternoon. Lisa has that.
Well, go ahead, Kim.
Oh, you want me to go ahead?
Okay. Yeah, we're running out of time.
Okay. All right, quickly, Tuesday afternoon. Here comes the front. Some moisture to work with. East Coast, looking at some rain, maybe moving in. Not
As I said, over the Midwest, it looks like they're going to be a little bit on the cold side tonight, so still not a good chance, not a good time to leave the dog or the cat out overnight tonight. You got to bring them in, make sure you check on those pets. Well, whether you're crossing across town or across country, stay with the Weather Channel for the latest travel conditions. We'll be keeping you posted.
That's right. Travel-Wise is next after your local forecast. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us here at the Weather Channel. I'm Kim Perez.
Good afternoon, Kim. Good afternoon, everyone. We've had a cool trend out towards the Midwest and the Northeast.
We have.
And in reverse of that, the West has been heating up. Unbelievably
Unseasonably warm in the West, unseasonably cool in the East, and we don't have good news for either one.
Well, we do have something to look forward to. After we get through the next several days, the weather pattern looks like it's going to calm down a little bit.
Weather-wise, yes.
We might even get bored.
We may get bored.
It wasn't a boring day yesterday for the folks in Florida. We have some very impressive video. Have you seen this video?
I have seen it. It is amazing.
Let me tell you that 5 people were injured as this tornado struck. It didn't do a lot of movement. It kind of stood in place. This is in the Miami vicinity yesterday, and 5 people were
able to enjoy somewhat warmer temperatures.
Yeah, 60s, I could deal with that.
I could too.
Leave the jacket at home.
Yeah, you could. You could.
Well, whether you're going to leave the jacket at home or not as you go across town or across the country, we want you to stay with us here at the Weather Channel for the latest travel conditions.
That's right. Travel-Wise is next after your local forecast.